Hello all, welcome back to another episode of the YouTube. It is Monday, a fresh start, a fresh week. Let's get after it. We're starting this week off, it is Monday evening. We're starting this week off with 45 minutes easy on the legs. A little bit tired today as we went to the Dermot Kennedy concert last night up in the Aviva. Absolutely sensational. But yeah, 45 minutes to kick off week 2 of the Dublin Marathon prep, and yeah, body feels good. Last week was very nice. I think we hit about 23-24k, so on the lower end nonetheless, but we'll get there. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Good morning team, Wednesday morning. Are you off?
I'm off.
Sarah Jane's going to work. I'm going to the track. So we've classes tonight, stuff like that, but on the cards for myself we have a speed session this morning. So this is going to be a similar session to what we did a couple of weeks ago, where we had a 3x7 minute threshold effort with a 1 minute float in between, 12 minute warm up, 12 minute cool down. You probably would have seen that on the channel maybe about 4 or 5 weeks ago. And it was just kind of a bit of reintroduction to speed. But so the whole priority of this kind of like Wednesday session is to just try and introduce a little bit of leg turnover and stuff back into the block. So we are going with that same session this morning. Obviously it's getting warm fairly quickly out. It's now 20 past 8. I've been up for about an hour. I've had my coffee, read a little bit of my book. I'm just getting a bit of fuel into me. So we're going to go in with 45 grams of carbs, which is 3 scoops of this into 500 mils of water. Yeah, to be honest, I'm looking forward to this session just to see how it goes, to see if there's any improvement on the last couple of weeks. I'm not expecting an improvement, but also just to get it done before that heat does. So we're going to mix this shit up and get out there. I actually just found this top in the press. I remember buying this in Madrid prep. It's an Adidas New York marathon top. It's actually fucking savage. Neon yellow or neon green with 3 stripes down the side here. It's pretty cool. I found that in the press. But yeah, we're going in with the Precision hydration carb mix today. I do have a preference when it comes to like carb mixes. The reason that I chose Precision, I've used Speed Dust before, the Ultra Nutrition one. I really like it, and I just found that for the amount that I was consuming, especially during long heavy sessions, especially like long runs, I'm not a very salty sweater, and I was taking on board a lot of electrolytes, so I don't really need that many. In this weather, yes, I understand it, but I have electrolyte tablets there that I've just gotten into a good flow of like knowing what quantity to take with what session and what like amount of sweat I'm losing. So I will like have electrolytes when I come back in today, but 90% of the time Irish weather isn't like this. So like on the front foot, like we don't need as many electrolytes, or in my case I don't need as much electrolytes as someone who say is running through the streets of Barcelona. So with Speed Dust there's 500 megs of electrolytes I think per serving, and I was probably like on a long run having maybe 4 servings. I would have 90 grams of carbs an hour, 90 to 100 grams to 70 grams of carbs an hour. So like the rough maths would be that on a long run, like I was having maybe 4 servings or 3.5 servings, which is over 1500 megs of sodium, and I just don't need that. So that's why I'm gone for the Precision one, and it's really palatable, very easy to drink. It's kind of like a slight grapefruity kind of twinge to it, but Precision are known for unflavoured fueling, and like yeah, I have to say like there's a reason that it's the main fuel source for like triathlons and stuff like that, and cycling teams. I'm really enjoying it. That is the product there. It is a very good product. So and it works for me. So that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what if it works for you or not, but it works for me. So that's the main thing. Right, 3x7 minutes. Let's go get it done. It's getting warm out there. It says it's 19 degrees, but hopefully we'll get it in before like the sun really starts to heat up.
Oh boys, that was lovely. 3 reps done. It's absolutely glorious out as well. Not gonna lie, those reps were probably, if 10 out of 10 was absolutely gasping, I'd say those reps were probably a 7. They were hard but controllable, so that was really, really good. And just on my cool down here, back to the house and a little debrief.
Boys, we are home and all. That was a really nice session. I have to say, like, even I said, like, at the end there that it was like probably a 7 out of 10. It was controlled. It was like, it wasn't erratic. The last time I did that session, I specifically remember that I had to really, really slow down in the 1 minute recoveries. I had to really take my time, and some of them, the last two the first one I kind of got through. The last two I remember I actually stopped and I was recovering just static. So the fact that we've improved on that, and I have become able to recover as I'm running that pace. So let's have a look at the OWL interval details. Right, so warm-up, we had a 12-minute warm-up, 2K, 2.08K, 5:44 pace. So what do we have? We had 7 minutes by 3 with a 1 minute float in between. So first one was 1.59, so around that mile mark, 4:24. Then we had a 1.61 kilometers, 4:20, and then we had 1.62 kilometers, 4:19. My RPE, as I said, was a 6. I found it very challenging, but it was still very, very good. Let me have a look at my all heart rate. So heart rate for the three blocks was 160, 163, and 164 respectively, coming down nicely in those recovery minutes, just maybe 10 beats per minute, and that's where the money's made, lads, in the heart rate recovery. But yeah, really good. Power was very good. Heart rate graph looked really good in the sense that we had those steady ups and declines after the 7 minutes. Average pace then 5:05 for the whole session. Really, really good in comparison to. Let me have a look and see if I can find this session from a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, outdoor running 3x7 with a 1 minute float. 5:40 was the average pace. So you can see already that in those recovery times I am taking. Today was 5:05, 8.77 kilometers, and today was 9.10. So there is a difference there. I had an absolutely unbelievable sleep last night as well, which is definitely playing into it. And for the first time in my life, I've hit triple digits on my HRV. My HRV this morning when I woke up was 100. Rest and heart rate went down a beat as well last night. 8.5 hours sleep, 92 sleep score, unheard of these days. But yeah, fucking savage.
Morning team, how are we doing? Friday morning. It's coming up to just before 7 o'clock. And we are out for our easy 45. Was supposed to get it done last night, but I got home from Dublin late and I had 101 things to do in the house, and I wanted to wake up with a clean house this morning, ready to attack this day. So yeah, got that done last night. And myself and Sarah Jane said that if we took last night off, that we get up at 6:30 this morning and run. So I am out for my easy 45 minutes, and she's out somewhere for her easy run this morning. But yeah, beautiful morning, nice and cool. Not too warm in comparison to what we're used to the last couple of weeks, but yeah, nonetheless we'll get it done and enjoy it.
Lads, good morning. Very funny run this morning. I ended up having to circle back to the house. Yeah, I had a small bit of it's the first time in a long time I've had that, but I had a small bit of stomach issues. So I got mad cramps across my stomach, and I was close to the house, and I was like, oh, I'm not taking a chance at fucking 7:20 in the morning for the sake of 12 minutes. I had 12 minutes left in the run. I was going to do another loop of the place where I'm running, and I was like, for the sake of 12 minutes and pushing on through the thing and just hoping that the fart comes out. I came home, got mad stomach cramps across my stomach. Never usually would get them, so it was funny. But anyway, we're home. I feel great today, so I'm going to do a little bit more of I'm going to do a bike session later on. That's one thing that I'm going to try work on in this block, is just being able to pull out of a session if something happens or if you feel a certain way, instead of just pushing through it. Sometimes it can do more damage than good, and it's definitely those 12 minutes aren't going to be the be all and end all come the end of a block. Yes, if I was to do it continuously, maybe, but now they're not. So it's time to get some liquid in, get some food in, and reset for a bike session later on. Right lads, welcome back to the channel. Bit of a funny weekend. I was finishing off the garden patio for my mum that you would have seen in last week's channel. Excuse the nose drip. I'm finding it a bit hard to breathe today, so I just threw one on me this morning. But I was finishing off the patio with my mum. We were moving tiles from the front of the house to the back of the house on Friday evening to get ready to lay the patio on Saturday, and I twisted my knee when I was like lifting a tile up. Now I felt the pain straight away. I was after doing a bike session on Friday evening, and I felt the pain straight away. It was like a sharp pain right in the centre of my knee. After that, there was no pain, but I decided to hold off on the long run over the weekend, the 15k. I feel much more the better of it now, and yeah, I was very scared I'd done some damage. I was really scared that I actually texted the lads, and I was chatting to Sarah Jane, and I was like, oh my god, I'm afraid like that I had so much worry that I was after doing something, and I don't even want to name injuries, but I touch wood like that it's not serious. Now since then, I put ice on it on Friday evening, and I went up and I did the patio on Saturday. That is all complete, and it's very cool to be able to do something like that for your mum. But during that, I was wearing knee pads, so there was a little bit of support on my knee, obviously a little bit of compression as well with the fact that they're strapped to my knee. And for Saturday evening, there was no pain. So I was going to run yesterday, and I just decided, don't do any damage. We have so long to Dublin, like we have 15 weeks or 14 weeks, whatever it is now. We've so much time to go, and the last thing I would want to do is rush into doing a 15k early in the block just because it needs to be done. And I'd hate to rush into that run and then turn around and do some long-lasting damage. So I held off from doing it yesterday, and I decided that I'm just going to scrap that run altogether and just start this week as a fresh week. So yes, it is Monday. I didn't record much over the weekend as I had an awful lot going on. I will show you an update on the patio this week. We have to order a digger and stuff for the rest of the garden, so I will show you an update on that this week. But yeah, that is the end of this week's vlog. Really short one. Very busy week, unbelievable weather out there, and please God, it'll be a bit of the same this week as well. But thank you very much for tuning into this video. If you like it, make sure that you like it and subscribe down below, and I will see you all again next week.
Like and subscribe for more vlogs.